Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We're going to have some 1961 Milwaukee Braves baseball. It's September 15th, and the Braves are going to travel out to Los Angeles to take on the Dodgers in the Coliseum. Let's take a look here at the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Braves. Little different lineup than usual. We got John Detmer leading off playing center field, batting second playing shortstop Roy McMillan, batting third playing third Eddie Matthews, batting fourth playing right field is Hank Aaron, batting fifth playing first base is Joe Adcock, batting sixth playing left field is Frank Thomas, batting seventh and doing the catching is Joe Torre, batting eighth and playing second base is Felix Montelia. And on the mound, doing the pitching and batting ninth, the lefty Warren Spahn. We're going to have a battle of the lefties. Two of the best lefties in the business. Let's take a look at the Dodgers here. See who the other lefty's going to be. We got leading off playing shortstop for the Dodgers is Maury Wills. Batting second playing center field is Ron Farley. Batting third playing right field is Wally Moon. Batting fourth playing left field is Frank Howard. Batting fifth playing first base is Gil Hodges. Batting sixth playing third base is Daryl Spencer. Batting seventh playing second base is Charlie Neal. Batting eighth doing the catching is Norm Sherry. And like I said, the other lefty, two of the best in the business, Sandy Koufax, batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Dodgers. Let's get down here to the LA Coliseum and get this game started, folks. And on the mound for the Dodgers, like I said, is Sandy Koufax. This is his 32nd start of the year. He's got a 3.61 ERA. He's 14-10 with 9 complete games. First batter he'll be facing today is John Detmer. He's batting a .160 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Here's the pitch to John. Hey, Aaron. And that's going to be a fly ball into center field, and Ron Fairley robs John of a base hit. Not what you want to see if you're a Braves fan here in the battle for the National League pennant, getting robbed. Detmer goes back to the dugout shaking his head. We'll bring up Roy McMillan. He's only batting 208s at the top of this lineup, not hitting well at all. And like I say, a different lineup than the Braves normally have. And he's got 9 home runs, Roy does, with 53 RBIs on the season. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Maury Wills. That'll be 2 quick outs here in the first inning. And that'll bring up Eddie Matthews. And Eddie's having a fine season for the Braves, batting .301. He's got 34 home runs and 113 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Braves go down in order. And we get to the bottom of the first. It's Milwaukee nothing. Wills, Fairley, and Moon due up here. And Maury's going to be going up against Warren Spahn, another great lefty. And this is Spahn's 31st game of the year. He's got a 2.4 ERA. He's 17-6. He's got 13 complete games. Like I say, first batter he'll face is Maury Wills, batting .299, 6 home runs, and 56 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Wills, and that's going to be a pop up on the infield, and Mac down at short's going to call for it. That'll be out number 1 here in the bottom of the first. Ron Farley up now, Farley rather, and he's batting a nice .343, having a great year for the Dodgers. He's got 10 home runs and 36 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Ron, and that's going to be a base on balls. So the first batter, the reach first in this game, is Ron with a base on balls, and that brings up Wally Moon with 1 out now and a runner down at first. And Mr. Moon is batting .340, having a great year for the Dodgers also. 12 home runs, 80 RBIs. Can the Braves turn 2 here and get out of this inning? And that's going to be a pop-up down the third base line. Matthews goes out there in short left field. It's not much down that line, folks. You turn that ball down there, you got a home run. Matthews makes the catch for out number 2. That brings up old Frank Hondo Howard. And Howard's batting .237, having a disappointing year for the Dodgers with only that .237 batting average. He does have 10 home runs and 44 RBIs, though. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it, bud. And here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a base hit, I believe. No, it's not. Oh, John Detmer out there flashing the leather. Robs Howard of a base hit. Nice play by John Detmer. A rare start in center field. That'll end the inning, folks. We got a 0-0 game as we go to the top of the second. Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas due up here against KOUFAX. Hank's hitting 300, 29 home runs, 103 RBIs. Can he start this second inning off and get the Braves started here? And that's going to be a drive in the center field. Ron goes back, robs Hank Aaron of a base hit, folks. These teams are flashing leather today. Hank Aaron goes back to the dugout, shaking his head. That brings up Joe Adcock, batting .281, 34 home runs, and 108 RBIs. Can Joe get something started here? And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Howard. 2 fly balls, 2 outs. Brings up Frank Thomas. Can he get a 2-out rally started here? Frank's batting .265. He's got 27 home runs, 80 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's KOUFAX's second strikeout and the second one that ended the inning. So we go to the bottom of the second. We got Hodges, Spencer, and Neal due up. And Gill was batting only .229 on the year. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs in limited play. Here's the pitch to Gill. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's Warren Spahn's first strikeout of the game. So that'll bring up Mr. Darryl Spencer, batting .211, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Spencer. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Spahn. And that's going to be hit in the center field. And another good play. John comes charging in, makes the running catch, 2 outs. And that brings up Charlie Neal. And Charlie's batting .241, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Eddie Matthews. And that'll end the inning. And the Dodgers go down 1-2-3. To the top of the third we go. Bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Torrey, Montelia, and Spahn. Joe's has a disappointing year here for the Braves, batting .237, 7 home runs, and 37 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Charlie's up with it. He fires over to first. And that'll be out number 1. And here comes the cat, Felix Montelia. Only batting a .156, folks. No home runs and 12 RBIs. Hey, Ken Castro, how's it going? Yeah, exactly, Aaron. Yep, that is correct. Here comes the cat. Let's see if he can get a 1-out rally started here. And that's going to be a popped up behind home plate. Norm Sherry's got that one measured. Throws off the mask for out number 2. Here comes Warren Spahn, and he's one reason we say it. We don't need no stinking DH. Spahn's batting .227, 3 home runs and 10 RBIs on the year. Can Spahn help his own cause here? Here's the pitch to Warren. And that ball is swung on and missed, strike 3. Again, 3 strikeouts. All 3 have been on the 3rd strikeout of the inning. Sandy KOUFAX ending each inning in style. You go to the bottom of the 3rd, there's still no score. The Dodgers will send up the bottom part of their order. Sherry, KOUFAX, and then to the top with Wills. And Norm's batting .250, 4 home runs, 9 RBIs in limited play. And that's going to be a ball 1 on Sherry. Here's the 1-0 count. Can he take advantage of it? And now he pops that one straight up the chute to his counterpart. Joe Torre's got it easily for out number 1. Brings up Sandy KOUFAX. Can Sandy get something started here for his own team? Sandy's only hitting 92 on the season, folks. He is 7 for 76. Does have 5 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to Sandy. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Spahn's second strikeout of the game. We're back to the top of the order now, and Maury Wills. And Wills batting .299. He did pop up the shortest first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Matthews has got it. He fires over quickly to get the speedy Wills. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Spahn. We go to the top of the fourth. We got the top of the order due up. Detmer, McMillan, and Matthews. John's flashing some glove out there. He got robbed of a base hit his first time up by Ron Fairley. Let's see if Mr. John Detmer can get on base here and get things started in the fourth. And he does, folks. He squares this one up against Sandy. And that ball is hit into right field. Moon can't get to it. He gets over there quickly, though. John rounds first, but he'll hold with a single to start this fourth inning off. Now it's up to Mac. Keep this going. He grounded out the shortest first time up. Can Mac at least get John in the scoring position for the big boys? And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 1 out now for Mr. Matthews is up here now. Can Eddie do something here? A double should score John easily. He struck out his first time up against KOUFAX. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And he's going to fire down the second to get the lead runner, but that's all they'll get. So Matthews is now on at first with 1 out for Hank Aaron. Can the hammer come through here and get the Braves on the board? He flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. He walks the hammer to bring up Joe Adcock. Now you got the go-ahead run down at second. Can Adcock come up with a base hit here? A single will score Matthews, I would think, with 2 outs and his speed. Joe flew out to Howard his first time up. If he can pull one down that left field line, it's an easy home run. That's a short porch down there. And they don't want nothing to do with Adcock. All of a sudden now KOUFAX has lost the strike zone. He's just walked the bases loaded, folks. He was cruising through 3 2/3, and now all of a sudden he's got himself in a heck of a pickle. Frank Thomas is up. A base hit scores 2 and puts the Braves up 2-0. Can Frank deliver? Sandy struck him out the first time. And that's going to be a fly ball in the left field. Didn't quite get enough. Howard's got just enough room out there short of the track. And that'll end the inning, and the Braves leave the bases loaded. We'll have to remember that, folks. You don't get many opportunities against KOUFAX. So we're still knotted up, nothing. You got Fairley, Moon, and Howard due up here. Ron walked his first time up. Here's the pitch from Spahn. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. John dives, makes the catch. I mean, nice play. He's not doing it all today. He's reaching base and taking singles and doubles away from the Dodgers. We got Wally Full Moon up now. He popped up to Matthews down the left field line his first time up. And that's going to be a drive in the center field. And again, John's out there flashing the leather, robs Moon of a base hit. Spahn's owing this to John Detmer today, folks. He is all over the place. Here comes Frank Howard. And of course, he flew out the center field his first time up. And not this time, folks. He drives that ball down the right field line. That ball bounces in fair territory. Howard's rounding first. He slides in there with a 2-out double. So now the Dodgers got the go-ahead run in scoring position for Gil Hodges. And SPAHN struck him out his first time up. Can he do it again here, folks? And no, he can't. That's a single up the middle. And here comes a throw from John Detmer. Can he get Mr. Aaron out? Mr. Howard out at home here. With 2 outs, Howard's going around third. Joe Torre applies the tag, and he's out of there, folks. John Detmer is the hero of this game so far. And it is still 0-0. We got Torre, Montelia, and SPAHN due up here in the top of the 5th. Joe grounded out the second his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the second again. 2 ground balls to second, and 2 times he's out. So 1 out now for the Cat. See if he can use his reflexes here and get on base. He popped up to Norm Sherry's first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Spencer at third. He fires over the first for Hodges, and that's out number 2. So 2 outs now for Warren SPAHN. And SPAHN struck out his first time up. And that's a fly ball in the center field, and a nice play by Ron. He said, whatever John can do, I can do better. So that's 1, 2, 3 goes to Braves. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 0-0. Kind of game we expected out of these 2 great lefties. You got Spencer, Neal, and Sherry due up here, the bottom part of the order. And Darrell flew out the center his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Joe Adcock. He'll take it himself, touch the bag for out number 1. And here comes Charlie Neal. And he grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ball 1 to Charlie. Here's the 1-0 count. And that's a ground ball down to Mack at short. He fires over the Adcock. 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Norm Sherry to keep this inning alive here for the Dodgers. He popped up to the catcher his first time up. And not this time, folks. He tries that ball in the right field. Hank gets over there, cuts it off. Sherry with his speed will hold up with a single. And that brings up Sandy KOUFAX now with 2 outs, a runner down at first. And KOUFAX struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Mack at short. He'll fire over to first to get the out there. And now it's going to be it for the Dodgers. They leave 1 on. We go to the top of the 6th. We got the top of the order due up here. Detmer, McMillan, and Matthews. Detmer with that nice throw home, cut off the go-ahead run. He's 1 for 2 today. Singled his last time up. Can he get on base again, folks? And no, that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 5th strikeout by KOUFAX. Brings up Mack now. Can McMillan get on board for the big boys? He grounded out the short and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take that. So Mack's down at first for Mr. Eddie Matthews. Can he do something here, folks, and get the Braves on the board? He struck out and reached on the fielder's choice his last time up. And that's not what the Braves wanted to see. That's a tailor-made double play. Down the Neal at second, over the wheels, over to Hodges. 4-6-3 double play ends the inning, folks. And the Braves score nothing, and we're still tied up at 0-0. Got the top of the order here to face Mr. SPAHN, Wills, Fairley, and Moon. Morey's grounded out and popped up. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Thomas. He's got room out there in left field for out number 1. And here comes Mr. Ron. And Ron is 0 for 1 today. He did walk and flew out to center. And that's going to be another base on balls. So he's showing some patience and not chasing those balls on that corner. So now you got the go-ahead run down at first base for the Moon. And he is 0 for 2. He's popped up and flew out. And that's going to be a infield hit, a little Baltimore chop. And all of a sudden now Spahn's got himself in a predicament here. He got first and second and 1 out. And that'll bring up Howard. You don't want him up here in this situation. Go ahead down, run down at second. He's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up. Can Spahn get out of this mess? Howard doesn't run well. Possible double play here if they can get a ground ball. And that is a ground ball back to the mound. And Spahn spins around. He fires down to McMillan. He fires over to Joe Adcock, and that's a 1-6-3 double play, just what the doctor ordered. And that kills that inning. And the Dodgers leave 1 on. We still go to the 7th with no score, folks. We got the big boys due up here, Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas. Can they finally crack Sandy Koufax and get on board here? Break this 0-0 tie. Sorry about that. I had to take a drink. Hank is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. Here's the pitch, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Easy play for Ron out there. That's 1 down. Here comes Joe Adcock. He's 0 for 1 today. He walked his last time up also. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Joe's showing some patience up here. Gets the go-ahead run on. That brings up Frank Thomas. It'll take a heck of a hit to score Joe Adcock. Not much speed. Dodgers looking for a ground ball with Frank. He doesn't have much speed either for a double play. He struck out and flew out the left. Can he get a hold of this one, folks, and give the Braves the lead here? And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. Joe Adcock will stop at second. He don't want to get thrown out. He's in scoring position here with 1 out. And it's up to Joe Torre. And now you got Sandy Koufax in a pickle here in the 7th. First and second and only 1 out. And this is the man, if you're a Dodgers fan, unfortunately you won up because Joe is struggling. Only batting .236. He's grounded out the Charlie Neal both times. Can he finally break through here for the Braves and get a big base hit? Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a ball back to Sandy Koufax. He bobbles that ball, folks. Muffs it badly. Doesn't throw over to first. Everybody's going to be safe. Bases juiced for the Cat. Can Felix Montelia, the Cat, come through here? Bases juice. Adcock at third. Thomas at second. Torres at first. Not a lot of speed on the pads. And Felix Montelia is up the bat. He's popped up to the catcher and grounded out the third. Can he get at least a drive into the outfield to score Joe Adcock? With the speed on the pads, I think the Dodgers are going to play back for a double play here, folks. So here's the pitch to the Cat. And that's going to be a base hit over first. That's going to score Joe Adcock. The Braves finally break through. Frank Thomas with his speed's not going to test Moon's arm out there. But the Braves finally score. It's 1-0. And that brings up Warren Spahn. And to be honest, it's not a bad hitter to have up here with the bases loaded. They go out and they talk to Mr. Koufax. They're going to get the bullpen up here, get some righties up. They're going to let Koufax pitch to Spahn. This might be his last batter, one way or the other. So Spahn's 0 for 2. He struck out and he's flown out the center. But like I said, he's not a sure out. Batting .222. He has 3 home runs on the year, 10 RBIs. Can Spahn bust this game open and give himself a nice lead here going into the bottom of the 7th? And no, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Now the Dodgers got to make a decision here. Do they take Koufax out of the game? With John Detmer up, he's 1 for 3. He's flown out, singled, and struck out. See who the Dodgers have got out here in the bullpen. Righty wise. Do they want to bring in? Do they want to bring in Larry Sherry? That's who I would bring in here in this spot. Or do they just let KOUFAX try to get out of this mess and have somebody start fresh in the next inning? They're going to let Sandy try to get out of this mess. See if this pays off here. Like I say, John is 1 for 3. Bases are loaded. Braves have scored 1. 10. John Detmer, get him some insurance runs here. Here's the pitch to John. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He's going to take it himself, step on the base, and that'll end the inning, folks. But the Braves do score 1 and take a 1-0 lead as we go to the 7th inning stretch. You got the heart of the lineup due up here, folks. Well, really the bottom part. Hodges, Spencer, and Neal. Can SPAHN make it through this 7th inning and hold on to this 1-0 lead? Gill's 1 for 2. He struck out and singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Hank Aaron in right field. That'll be out number 1. That brings up Darryl Spencer. Spencer for hire. He is 0 for 2. Flown out the center, grounded out the first. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Matthews. He gobbles that up, throws over to Adcock. 2 up and 2 down for Charlie Neal. And Charlie is 0 for 2. He's grounded out the third and short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Adcock calls off SPAHN. 1, 2, 3 goes the Dodgers. We go to the top of the 8th. And that's going to be it for Sandy. And I think they are going to bring Sherry in now. Try to get through this 8th inning and keep it a 1-0 game. No pitch hit for him in the bottom of the 8th. So Norm Sherry's going to have his brother Larry pitching to him now. The Sherry and Sherry gang. See if this pays off here in the 8th inning. So KOUFAX goes 7 innings, gives up a run, walked 4, and struck out 6. Here comes Larry in trying to hold this to a 1-run lead for the Braves. Give the Dodgers a chance in the 8th and 9th. He'll be facing McMillan, Matthews, and Aaron. So here's the pitch to Mac. He's 0 for 2. He did walk his last time up, though. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Gil Hodges gaunts it. He tosses it over to Sherry covering first for out number 1. That brings up Eddie Matthews now. Matthews is 0 for 3. He struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and hit into a double play. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field, folks. Nice piece of hitting by Matthews. He gets on board. That's a big insurance run standing down there at first. That brings up Hank Aaron now. Can Hank do something with Matthews at first? He's 0 for 2. Flown out the center twice and walked. Darn, Ken. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Ken says he's got a darn cold and has been staying in bed. He's only eating and rolling games. I don't blame you, bud. Darn cold. So can Matthews score here? Can Aaron drive him in and give the Braves at least a extra one run here in the 8th? Here's the pitch to the hammer. and that's going to be a infield hit. No, it's not. Nice play down at third by Spencer. He fires over to first, robs Aaron of a base hit. Matthews in scoring position now, though, with 2 outs for Joe Adcock. And Joe come up with a key 2-out hit here. He's 0 for 2. He has walked twice today and came around the score. Here's the pitch to Joe. And that's going to be a comebacker. Sorry, that's going to be down to first. Hodges up with it. Fires over to Sherry. And that'll end the inning. The Braves strand Matthews down at second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Braves hanging on to a 1-run lead. We got Sherry and then a pitch hitter for Sherry. And then back to the top of the order in Wills. Norm's 1 for 2 today. He popped up and singled. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice way to start this 8th inning for Mr. Warren Spahn. Now let's see who's going to come off the bench here and pitch hit for Larry. Most of the righties are already in the game. They might go with Mr. Gillum, the switch hitter here. Try to get on base. Yeah, you got that right, Ken. Ain't a lot of good stuff on TV nowadays, that's for sure. So let's pitch hit here for Larry. Bring in Gillum, the switch hitter. There's Jim. And Jim's batting .266 on the year. He's got 3 home runs, 39 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Warren. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Max up with it. Easy play from McMillan. Over to Adcock. 2 up and 2 down, and we're back to the top of the order. Hold on. We'll take a look here, Ken. I know there's 3 or 4 in the American League. I don't think there's any in the National League. But let's take a look here. I think the National League stuck at like 17. Of course, the American League's got 8 more games with the 162 game schedule compared to the 154. But yeah, let's take a look at how many 20 game winners we got right now. One, two, three, 4 in the American League. You got Jim Bunning with 22 and Whitey with 22. Frank Lowry with 21 and Bill Stafford with 20. Then you got Barber right at 19. Like saying the National League, I don't think you have any yet. Yeah, it was 17. I was right. You got 3 of them. Lou Burdette, Joey J, Warren Spahn, all with 17 wins in the National League. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, bud. Yep. Yeah, I didn't think there was any in the National League. All right, we got 2 outs, nobody on for Wills. He's 0 for 3. Hey, 007. He's popped up the short, grounded out the third, and flown out the left. Here's the pitch to Morey, and that's going to be a base hit in the left field. 2-out base hit. Morey will stop at first with a single. Brings up Ron Fairley. Can Fairley do something here, folks? He's 0 for 2. He has walked twice, flown out to Detmer his other time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Matthews fires across the diamond. And we go to the top of the 9th. The Braves hanging on to that 1-0 lead. We got Thomas, Torrey, and Felix the Cat Montelia due up here. They're all right-handed hitters. So let's see who the Dodgers are going to bring out here to try to close out this 9th inning and keep it a 1-0 game. And It might be Mr. Golden, James Golden. The Dodgers, this is their Achilles heel. They don't got much of a bullpen, that's for sure. You know who they're going to bring on? Rubeck. Old Ed's going to come out here and pitch the 9th inning, see if he can hold it. So Ed Rubeck's coming out to pitch the 9th. We'll have the bottom part of the order. Thomas, Torrey, and Montelia. See if he can keep this a 1-run game. Give the Dodgers a chance in the bottom of the 9th. It'd be nice for the Braves to get some insurance here, folks. Frank Thomas is 1 for 3. He did single his last time up. Ed comes in the game. This is his 6th appearance. He's got a bombing 14.21 ERA. Of course, with only 6 innings pitched, doesn't take much. He's got 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's given up 11 runs, 10 of them earned. Oh, cool. Did you tape it, 007? That'd be awesome to see. Yeah, exactly, Ken. Who pitched it? Especially in 2022. Alrighty. I like to say, I hope you taped it, put it on your channel. Here's the pitch to Frank Thomas. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Frank Howard and left for out number 1. So 1 down here in the top of the 9th. That brings up Joe Torre. And Joe is 0 for 3 today. He did reach on an error and came around to score the only run. Well, no, he didn't come around to score the only run. Sorry about that. And that's going to be a ball 1 to Joe. Can he take advantage of this 1-0 count? And no, that's going to be another fly ball out the left field. And again, Howard makes the catch. That'll be 2 quick fly balls, 2 outs. Here comes the Cat. He's got an RBI today. He's 1 for 3, drove in the only run. Can he get another hit here, folks, as we drop the dice and make it an official game? And that's going to be a fly ball, this time out the moon in right field. The Braves go down 1, 2, 3. Ed Rubeck does his job. Go to the bottom of the 9th. We got the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Moon, Howard, and Hodges. And SPAHN pitch a complete game shutout, folks. Wally's 1 for 3. He singled his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Hank gets on the horse, makes the catch for out number 1. And bring up Hondo. You got to be careful. 1 swing and a bat, and this game's tied. He's got 10 home runs on the year. He's doubled in this game. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Frank Thomas back near the track, makes the catch. Warren SPAHN, I just made that to center field. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be out the left. Hit the wrong button. Redo it. Warren SPAHN takes a deep breath as old Hondo almost tied this game up, folks. That's a short porch out there in left field. So 2 down. The Dodgers down to their last out. Can Gil Hodges keep this inning alive? He's 1 for 3. He struck out, singled, and flew out the right. And that's going to be a base on balls. Hodges trots on down the first. That brings the go-ahead run up to the plate. And the tying run down at first. It can't be that easy. A 1-2-3 inning. Spencer has flown out to center, grounded out the first, and grounded out the third. Can SPAHN get this last out here, folks? And yes, he can. That is a pop-up behind home plate. Joe Torre's waiting for the rainmaker to come down. Makes the catch. And Warren SPAHN shuts out the Dodgers. 1-0 lead. Victory, folks. What a great pitching, but exactly what you expected when you seen SPAHN and KOUFAX's name on the scorecard. The two best lefties maybe in the game right now. And they both delivered. Sandy KOUFAX, the hard luck loser here. Take a look at the box score. Yeah, nice ball game, wasn't it, Ken? This was the kind of game I was expecting. To be honest, I figured the Dodgers would win. I really did. I was expecting the better lineup for the Dodgers to come through against SPAHN. Yeah, the Reds have been eliminated. It's just a two-horse race between the Giants and the Braves here. And then, like I say, the Braves got a 6-game road trip out here to California. They got 2 more games against the Dodgers and 3 against the Giants. And we have struggled against the Giants. And then after that, they played the Cubbies, and I think they turned right back around. The last 3 games of the year are against, well, no, they got the Cardinals in between. They got the Cubs and the Cardinals. Then the last 3 games are against the Giants in Milwaukee. The Braves 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. The Dodgers no runs, out hit the Braves 5-4. But where it counts, the Braves came through and the Dodgers 1 error. And the 1 RBI was by the Cat, Felix Montelia, with that RBI single. Braves were 2 for 6. They left 6 runners on base. Remember, folks, they left the bases loaded twice. They had the opportunity to blow this game open. Yeah, down to the wire. It should be fun. Exactly. I agree. Yep. And for the Dodgers, nobody with 2 hits. The Dodgers was 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position. They just didn't have opportunities. They also left 6 men on base. SPAHN picks up his 18th win, goes to 18-6, pitches a complete game 5 hit shutout, walked 3, only struck out 3, but he gets the W. Poor Sandy KOUFAX. He falls to 14-11, goes 7 innings, 3 hitter. The 1 run was unearned. He walked 4, struck out 6. Sherry, he comes in, pitches 1 inning, gives up 1 hit, and Roebuck, he comes in, pitches that 9th inning and shuts the door, but the Braves held on to that 1-run lead. Let's take a look here at the rest of the games in the National League. You only got 1 other game, and that is the Cubbies against the Giants. Can the Cubbies help out the Braves here and beat the Giants out in San Francisco? And they do. How about that? The Braves could use all the help they can get. The Cubbies pound the Giants. 7 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Giants 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Braves need this because, like I say, I'd like to have a nice lead going into these games against the Giants. Let's take a look here at the standings after September 15th. So that gives the Braves a 7.5 game lead. The Giants have been struggling. They're in 4-6 in their last 10 games. The Dodgers helped out the Braves a lot, took 2 out of 3 against them. Now the Cubbies, with their first game against the Giants, beat them. So that's looking good. Like I say, the Braves could use all the help they can get. You got Clemente still leading the National League and the major leagues with a 367 batting average. Cepeda's leading the National League with 37 home runs, and he's leading with 123 RBIs. And he's got a 306 batting average, so he's having one hell of a year. Take a look here at the pitching. Warren Spahn with that shutout, he increases his ERA to 2.31, folks, to lead the National League. He's now got 18 wins on the year. And Don McMahon still there with 36 saves for the National League. Cepeda's leading in the MVP voting, and SPAHN just took over the lead in the Cy Young over his teammate Lou Burdett. SPAHN, like I said, in his last 27 innings, folks, has a 1 ERA. So SPAHN coming down the stretch here is pitching his ass off for the Braves, trying to carry him into the National League pennant and take him to the series. I want to thank Ken Castro, 007, Aaron Reed. Check out Aaron Reed's channel. Been playing some baseball for Windows, and check out 007 playing Inside Pitch. Check out their two great channels, folks. And the next game will be the Yankees at Detroit. And if the Yankees win this game, they'll clinch the American League pennant. Let's see who's pitching it for the Yankees and the Tigers here in the next game. We'll have that probably in about what time is it here? Do I want to get something to eat first or play the game? That's the question. Oh, that'll be a heck of a pitching matchup. Ralph Terry against Frank Lowry. Yeah. Like I say, make sure I'm correct here, but I'm 99% sure if the Yankees win, they clinch the American League pennant. Let's take a look here. Yep, the magic numbers too. So if they can beat the Tigers, that will eliminate the Tigers, and the Yankees will be headed to the World Series, folks. I think I'm going to do the game first here. So give me about 15 minutes to a half hour. We'll do this game and see if the Yankees can clinch. And if they can't clinch the day with the game against the Tigers, the next game's also against the Tigers. It was a 4-game series. They swept the doubleheader, the Yankees did. They give themselves a chance here. So you got Ralph Terry against Frank Lowry. And then in game number 4, oh, that's a hell of a matchup. Bill Stafford against Jim Bunning. Look at those ERAs. Stafford with a 2.36 ERA, Bunning with a 2.25 ERA. So we got two great matchups. Ralph Terry against Frank Lowry, and then Stafford against Bunning. So like I said, give me about 15 minutes to a half hour, and we'll have game number, I think it's, let's see what game number that is for the Yankees. I think it's like 150. 151. Game number 151 against the Tigers. Until then, folks, you all have a great afternoon. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. When you're way out of the Coliseum and stuck in all that traffic in LA, hit that bell and like button. Until then, you all take care.